Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Space Art by Christopher Dahl. Hey, every Friday we get together and I do a science fiction space themed painting. Welcome aboard. It's 3 o'clock on Friday. It's July. Come on in, have a seat, sit around. We're going to just kind of hang out and forget about all the rest of the world falling apart around us, shall we? Hey, welcome aboard. Hey, last week we had a fantastic time. We did a, kind of right over here. Went back and did some work with casein. This was the painting that we did. As I put it, I think I scored myself about 3.75 Berkeys on the Berkey scale. That was with casein, and we're gonna work a little bit with that again this week. Doing something a little different this time, though. So, what are we going to do, you say? We're going to take a look at a couple of my favorite artists to look for some inspiration for some of the next works here. So we're going to start in. Hey, permission to come aboard, Captain. Oh, welcome aboard. Raoul Duke on deck. Hello. Come on board. Have a seat. Extinguish all smoking materials and make sure your trays and seat backs are in their full upright and locked position because this plane's about ready to go. Awesome. Hey, welcome aboard, Raoul Duke. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, I'm actually going to get something started with something a little bit more fun. First off, new lights. I've gotten upgraded, really just the bulbs. I still have, let me see if I could pan this over there. Yeah, there we go. So I still have the light boxes, but they came with LED bulbs that were, yeah, a low lifespan. Let's put it this way. They were decent for what they did, but not great. These ones are a little upgraded. I believe these are a much higher CRI. I'm noticing the difference in color on the video. It's funny, I'm shooting some pickup bits for the How to Draw Starships class, and I'm kind of having to make sure I adjust the lighting. I've replaced the bulbs halfway through it. So, it's going to look a little different halfway through some pieces. You'll be able to tell where I messed up. I like the light. It's really great. One of my last bulbs had died, and I was working off of one with some fill lights. It really wasn't, I like the control. Anyway, how's your Friday? So, the next thing we're going to do, we've got mail call here today. Hey, if I had the clapping, I would do that, but we got a couple of things here I want to take a look at. Yeah, heading on over. As some of you know, we are adding items to our stores. The Space Art by Christopher Dahl store. Hey, how you doing, Blap? How you doing today? Good to see ya. Hey, welcome aboard. Happy Friday to you, North the Border. Welcome aboard. And Mediocre's here. How you doing, Mediocre? Happy Friday. Happy modeling, sir. Happy modeling. I have yet to watch the Lou Dalmaso featured video by Tested with our pal Lou in it, but I will be catching that a little bit later today. Anyhow, oh yeah, so welcome aboard, everybody. So Stephanie and I are building out our web store, the Space Art side, of course. I'm continuing to add my paintings, prints, and some merchandise. And on Stephanie's side of the store, she's covering the dollhouse baked goods pieces. So we're getting some dollhouse baked goods merchandise primarily right now. We don't have a line yet on what we can offer food wise. We don't currently have that ability, but the dollhouse materials going on there, and of course the dollhouse katina for our wonderful cat rescue. Anyhow, so what I have here, we got some samples. I'm very excited. So I'm just gonna take a moment and we're gonna open this up. All I did was cut the lid, just like this just landed on the doorstep. I have not even seen this yet. So what we have here today, dun, 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 this is like, woohoo, it's Christmas. Mediocre says Lou and Augie, the Interstellar Modeler, are on that same video. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I have loved seeing Tested show up for the modelers. Okay, so we've got ourselves a stainless steel straw, and this is our new tumbler check that out. This is our it's satiny black with hidden worlds. Interesting. Yeah, this is the first I'm seeing it. So we like to order these as we can. So this is, so we can check them. So here it is. This is what a 14 ounce or something along those lines. I'll have to remember. It's big. But yeah, it's got the graphic on it. This is one of my paintings, Hidden Worlds 2, also available in my store. Yeah, and the logo, I really tried to go Stanley Kubrick for this, everybody. I represent the Lollipop Guild. Hey, welcome. The Lollipop Guild is Lollipop Guild is absolutely welcome here. Welcome aboard. Did they card you on the way in, Houdini Bob? That's what I want to know. Are they checking ID here too? Oh, it's so annoying. Oh my gosh. I watched the video before this. Another great Wonderfest interview. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I think I annoyed what's his name from Tested. Oh heck, now I'm picturing his face right now. I caught him when he was walking up at Wonderfest last time I was there. Norm, thank you. And I said, hey, Norm, thanks for coming. I don't think he was in the mood for that. But yeah, so there we go. I needed a tumbler. This is, by the way, it's got like the vacuum, it's a vacuum thermos style with a lid. I like it. Norm, thank you. Norm. Very, very fun. With my logo. That's pretty cool. Wanted something kind of sedate. Something pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at the other one. This one features artwork by our daughter Allison Dahl. And here we go. Cosmic Beans, the Zoomies blend. This is her graphic for us for Dollhouse Katina. And we've got it in a ruled notebook. So there we go. That is currently available on the site as well. So yeah, there we go. Oh, that's really fun. I'm very happy with how these turn out. This one looks great. I'm gonna let Stephanie look through the notebook and let her open it. She's at work right now. No, this is really fun. Yeah, this is pretty cool. The graphic appears a little dark, but I am picking up the detail in person. It's going to show as very dark there, I'm sure. I may tweak this just a slight bit later on this evening, but it does look really good. It looks pretty decent. So yeah, awesome, very cool. I don't have a drink in it yet because I just got it out of the bag. It needs to be washed. Yay! Very, very cool. How fun. Anyhow, available now in my store. The Space Art by Christopher Dahl is sponsored by Space Art by Christopher Dahl and Dollhouse Katina. Thank you. Awesome. I did the same to Norm and watch around the guild. Watched around that guild for a year. Caught him following you and apologized. He just laughed and said, "No problem." Oh, cool. That's really Norm seems like a good guy. I didn't think I had offended him in any way. Rhonda's here. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing today? Good to see you this week. Awesome. Welcome aboard. We are a full house. We're hanging out. We're getting the band back together. This is great. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. This is really going to be fun. I'm very happy with now the lights actually feel really good. I had forgotten what it was like to be running with two of them. So yeah, very cool. So okay. It was brought up to my attention through the Discord, that there are now becoming exceedingly rude attempts to track people down and identify them with IDs to log into some of the services that we use. So please, if you feel uncomfortable using things like Discord or Patreon or even logging in here on YouTube, let me know. I want to make sure that all of our shared places are comfortable and good to use. So even if that means backing out of Discord, we'll figure something out. I'm happy to do that. The ChristopherDahl.com website is surprisingly robust. And even in spite of throwing errors over the last year, I actually have had nothing come up in the last 2 weeks, which is really great. Oh, you're melting, Rhonda. Oh my gosh, me too. Oh my gosh. You're get. Oh, that's right. You're getting the. You're getting this. What's hitting you is rolling over to us, and yeah, we went full AC in a couple of our rooms. I'm not gonna lie, it was great. So yeah, the heat is something else. Actually, this is where the basement being a little bit cooler is helping. We've got the dehumidifier going. It's still a little dank, but we're making it work. Right now, though, we've had rolling thunderstorms coming through here today. So it's that great combination of really high humidity, high pressure, rain, and yuck. Raul Duke says, I'm already tracked on multiple sites, I'm sure. Thank you. Well, the room looks good. Thank you, Mediocre. I'm all of this behind me needs to be cleaned, but fortunately it's out of focus. I'm gonna leave that out of focus there for a while. So, and I'll gradually introduce things. I really, though, this bulkhead and this shelf needs a paint job in the worst way ever since I've been here. Chances are it's going to get yanked out. We'll see. Raul says, I've already tracked on multiple lists, I'm sure. I have to I came to that realization by the time things really started going south, especially through Facebook. My identity is fairly well known even by the bad players. So if it comes down to swinging at people that don't like what's going on, well, we'll all be in good company. I know how to make cookies and bread, so there we go. We'll figure it out. I'll have a black market space art and cookie bread baking operation in the Road Warrior versions of whatever's coming up. Oh my gosh, this is a cool mug. Thank you. I like it too. That's really neat. I haven't had unfortunately my previous water mug got thrown against the wall in anger. I was not happy about that, but yeah. Anyway, yikes. That was last year. It was a little frustrating time. So yeah, I like this one a lot. Especially we go through a lot of non-alcoholic drinks right now. Lots of soda, water, lots of sodas and things. So that'll be great. My intention is to stay here on YouTube for sure. This one's going to be the big one for me. I identified that last year. Patreon, until Patreon becomes difficult for people to use. Obviously, I have not made the best use of Patreon, but there's still good stuff going on there. Also, my website, christopher-dahl.com, I have not, to my error, I have not maintained a regular newsletter, and that's going to be changing here soon. So if you're not signed up to my newsletter, head on over to christopherdahl.com. I'm going to post the link for this right now. It should be right up on the front page. Oh, hello. Here we go. Right on the middle of the front page there. There should be a I'm gonna pop it on over there. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. If you head down the page, the Space Art newsletter right here. Just go ahead and bounce into this, and you're gonna be getting weekly updates. This is the Patreons, of course, will get their updates as well. This is more of the public stuff. So if you're on Patreon, the only thing that will probably be repeating is anything public. So this is going to go out to anybody who wants to stick around. If you can't get to the other things, at least that will be a mechanism to give you some of the updates. And that'll be a roll-up of things I reveal on social media as well, because there's a lot of people that don't like social media, have left it. I'm still on Facebook and Instagram right now, although that's been on the fence for me for about 2 years now. Bubbly water's the best. Yeah, we agree. We go through a lot of bubbly water. Had to buy one of those soda machines to have it anytime you want. That's so cool. We went through a couple of soda machines a few years back, and now we just get like the 5-pound tank, the CO2 tank, and you can do. Actually, I have one right here. So there we go. Yeah, they give you a top that you just fill your water, pop it in, shake it, 40 psi, you're good to go. and then you trade in the tank and refill it. In fact, I got to do that right now, and it's like, I don't know, $30 for 6 months worth of soda. It's a great way to go about it. Really, it's pretty neat. So yeah, but anyway, so kitty beads, yes. Where'd that one go? Where did that go? The I know our messages keep coming up, but this is one of our new pieces from the store, from the Katina store. So artwork by Allison Dahl. I am very proud of this. It's a Cosmic Bean Zoomies blend notebook. Too fun. Don't try to carbonate milk. No way. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds terrible. Oh no. I don't typically drink. I actually don't drink a lot of milk at all. I'll drink, the closest I'll get is a milkshake, but it's been a while since I've had one of those. Ice cream. Here we go. Can you carbonate ice cream? Don't do it, Chris. Don't do it. So yeah, so my current plans, I'm sticking with Facebook and Instagram for a bit. Stephanie and I are each using TikTok now, which is a first. I hear I'm coming at the end of its run. And oh dear Lord, that is definitely an ADHD wasteland. Be careful with TikTok. It's serving us well. It's bringing in eyes and followers and viewers for Dollhouse Katina, which is actually taking off pretty well over there. So yeah, but beyond that, if Discord becomes a problem, I'll move the general chat to wherever it's most convenient. I don't mind. I'd bring it all back to my personal website, but that becomes. I also don't want to overcomplicate it, but I would do it. We'll see. The milk was vile, to say the least. Oh, that sounds revolting. That sounds so revolting. Alrighty. So between that and the new mug. The new mug, get them today at Christopher-Dahl.com. Yay! We have some really cute things going on for the cats, which is pretty cool. But yeah, check it out, everybody. I have myself my copy of Sid Mead's Century. Forgive me, I cannot remember the gentleman's name that gave this one to me. But randomly, when I was working at Dollhouse Baked Goods, towards the end, it was one of the last, it was like just after the last Christmas into spring, somebody walked through the door, he's been a fan of ours for years and a fan of my space art, and handed this to me, and said he had an extra copy. And he just said, I wanted to donate it to me because he knew I'd appreciate it. I said, thank you. And he left, and this is a signed copy of Sid Mead's Century. So yeah, I was like, what? I saw him another time, and I told him, I said, this is a signed copy. You realize you gave me a signed copy of Century as a gift, right? He goes, oh yeah, it's fine. I'm like, all right, holy crap. root beer float, carbonated ice cream. Bingo. There we go. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, that sounds good. So right, the ice cream carbonizing. It crystallizes when it gets into exposure with the drink. And of course, the Michigan variant is exactly that, but with Vernors. Also known as a Boston Cooler. So there we go. That is awesome. That actually sounds really good. I'd like a Boston Cooler right now, to be honest with you. Sid Mead. Yes, indeed. We had when I was doing the Berkey stream last week, and I forget, it was it might have been one of you, I can't remember. Someone said, hey, consider either Sid Mead or Chris Foss. So I also have, I also dug out my Art of Chris Foss book, because back when I was able to buy these things, Boom. Hello, everybody. We are having some fun today. I haven't opened this up since with a move. I love it. This guy was, this cat he's still painting, which is really fantastic. But yeah, this is right up my alley. I don't do nearly as refined backgrounds as Mr. Foss here. It was my fault. Sid Mead, that is. But yeah, I adore the work of both of these. I am prepared more for Sid Mead, but I mean, oh my word, oh my word. Is this not just like astounding? I actually haven't done a stream where I just go through some of these. Now that I'm looking at it, of course, I will be I'll be inspired by conflicting visions. So there we go. For reference, now Chris Foss, he paints primarily with acrylics, and I think almost exclusively now, I'm sure. But he had a couple of live streams where he was working on some of these styled paintings, which is really great. It was actually a real joy to watch him work. Soda and ice cream has never appealed to me, but I like black licorice. Okay, well, that's cool. I like a small amount of black licorice, and then it gets really overpowering for me. The soda and ice cream thing, so that's also... like, that gets back to soda fountains, right? Like that's an old tradition for soda fountains, dropping ice cream into what's essentially a French sodas. There we go. It's the soda water flavored, and then blast it with whipped cream. However, I think what Blappy was describing is somebody that actually just wants to take milk and then blast it to 40 psi, and oh wow. We can't be friends. We can't be friends anymore. Right? Was it the black licorice, Rhonda? Yeah. All right. So I wanted to just kind of take a quick peek through here. I actually haven't looked through this in a while. I could back the zoom off a little bit. Let's see if I can do that. If I do this, I'm going to have to restore the... there we go. I'm going to pull this back just a bit. And then we're going to get right on in there and get the little zoom factor there. We cut that off in post, right? Anyway. This particular one included a lot of work, a lot of his design work that never really saw the light of day. So I haven't looked at this one in a bit. What was this? Belittled a script, so I don't know what that was. Lots of this. Not where I wanted it. It was the black licorice. Black licorice, definitely. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is obviously airbrushed. Toys, gun idea. Oh yeah. Why did we never get Sid Mead designed weapons, right? Sid Mead, though, is was an industrial designer and futurist, right? But the drawing ability that you're seeing displayed here, drawing and rendering, are the types of drawings that would be done in an industrial design studio. Hello. Oh yes, yes indeed. In fact, this last week we were discussing Tested. And they did the other side of Tested, of course. Adam Savage visited the Academy Library, where they had a number of pieces from Blade Runner, including a lot of the photo stats of the design work Sid Mead did for that. I love this color scheme. I don't do this nearly enough, so that's fascinating. Look at that. There's some teal. The closest this gets to blue is some teal in here. the greens are pretty grayed out, and then you're just into oranges. That's hilarious. I love it. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Oh, why am I even trying? this is this is asking a lot from a couple of hours of knuckling through a small drawing. But turn A Gundam. Ooh, there was Gundam work. Oh, see, we're just gonna sit here. Bugs the game. Okay, that's cool. Isn't that sweet? Oh my gosh. The vignetting too in the backgrounds. Yeah, exciting times. This is a fantastic book. Having books like these in general is good. I like that instead of staring at a screen, you can actually take these in. So yeah, I'm a big fan of having a few books that are absolutely. There's a lot of guns in this one. That especially from artists who you appreciate. Yamato. The news story ends. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of Star Blazer stuff. Of course, I also this color scheme right here very much appeals to me. It looks very V'ger, right? Which I believe you also worked on that as well. Fantastic. So I thought maybe for those of us that might not be familiar with Sid Mead, I know we have a bunch of you that are. Well, see now, that's I just want to see this movie. It's funny how that actually looks like the modern Bug. I believe that's what they drew. Did Sid Mead work on that? I don't recall. Mission to Mars. Whoa, was that the movie? Oof. Oh boy, that movie was a stinker. I'm sorry. I was not a fan of that movie one bit. Yikes. Anyway, so I believe I am going to work on a design and a scene that would feel comfortable sitting in this book. How does that sound for a proposal? And how about I just stop flapping my jaws now about it, and we'll get on with it. Anyhow, welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I am Christopher Dahl, and we are 20 minutes in. What's the drink of the choice today? It is sparkling water, which I'm running out of. While I get going, let's kick off a little background music. Let me know if this is too loud. Whoa, hello. It is in my headphones. Rocket! Maybe a touch up, a little bit higher. There we go. Bang. Alrighty. I know. It's the only one I'm not getting in trouble with. So, we have at our disposal, this is I believe this turned out to be a 14 by 20. No. What was this one? Do I have a measuring device? I have no measuring device. Yes. It's the same as last week. Alrighty. This is a piece of Crescent illustration board. So, less talky-talky, more painty-painty. Bingo. Exactly. I am going to break out some of the old... These are the old tools. The ones that programmed me. No, there we go. Hang on a second. I have to actually stand before I do this. I want to make sure I get this right. Wow. Okay, let's just do it. He puts a line down that can't even be seen. Can you see this line right there? Yes, we can see that. Okay, cool. I will do this. And I will also try to not stick my furry gray head in the way, because that's just rude. All right. I do actually have, this one I took the time to tape off at the edges. So quarter inch worth of tape and something flying in front of my face that is infernally annoying. Okay. Actually, let's see. I want to be looking... Yeah, we're going to do this. Okay. I've been on a fascinating. I've been fascinated by cruise ships. I've never been on a cruise. We have no plans or ability to go on a cruise anytime soon. Shit. Sorry about that. But just the workings of a cruise ship. I was looking up. I kind of got into this a couple of years ago when I was more seriously working on the novel, which I'm stuck on at the moment and is unfortunately stagnant while the other things have taken over in my life. But we've had some sea stories going on. All right, I am going to do a line through here now. What's with all the lines, Chris? Are you going to tell me about all the lines? Yes, I will tell you about all the lines. And the ones that I make mistakes on are going to be... Let's see, I want this one right here. Bear with me. Since I'm thinking Sid Mead for this, I am considering the kinds of design decisions that Mr. Mead himself would have made, and I've noticed a few things. I am also going to be using the old French curve here, and this is a good scale, good a scale as any. But I'm also going to, let's see. There we go. I'm also trusting in the instincts of my hand. My hand and arm coordination. There we go. Okay. Cruise ships. Imagine a cruise ship of the future. This would be the sort of thing that Mr. Mead would have been tasked with making. So imagine a Lost in Paradise, if you will, sort of thing. He has screwed the pooch. Right. It was looking great up until that point, you bastard. No, sorry. Oh, he's very hard on himself, yes. Actually, I think that's going to work out quite okay. And then this will go back there. Yes, there we go. All right. I'm going to follow this contour here. There we go. I've kind of tried to divide this into two pieces. Mr. Ruby Rod. Exactly. Actually, I think I kind of feel like I want to bring this out to there. I think that's the play. I'm gonna eliminate this. You don't see me use erasers much. I'm gonna be doing it a little today. So there we go. All right, there we go. Oh, Mediocre says, when you do decide to go to cruise, don't waste your time with Carnival. Just go straight to Royal Caribbean and thank you later. Oh, good tip. Thank you so much. Cruise ship makes me think of Wall-E. Same, Rhonda. We are of the same. This is why Stephanie and I have never participated or tried. There is a distinct feeling of that. Yet at the same time, I don't mind the notion of being having all of my needs catered to by a staff of thousands. Here's the trick: trying to find out where these things are happening. There we go. And then we'll connect the old dot-arinos. I need my larger one. My larger set is not here, but I'm not going to go get it. So there we go. That's not an out of the way thought, because all you really do is eat and lie about, and then occasionally go to a show and then eat again. And if only they also had the the carts that push you around the boat. No, see, that would be hilarious. All right, maybe not hilarious, but I'm gonna be able to get away with a lot of this. So I also need a. Okay. I don't I don't rightly know what I would call these lines. Oh, I missed a line. I need another line right along here. So I'm going to do it this way. No, we're just not. We're just gonna follow this. I don't think I can pull this one off. There we go. And then this comes down to there and there. Okay. That means I'm also going to be eliminating this line. There we go. Okay, I'm just doing that so I can help myself see what I'm looking at here. I've known a few people that worked on cruise ships. They are basically slave labor. Yeah, that's. I've followed a few folks. There are some artists, musical artists, that have discussed that condition. I mean, it really does. It reminds me sometimes of the, coal miners. Coal mining companies will bring families into towns, and then, you're stuck living there for the rest of your lives, basically, because they own the town. They own everything, right? So yeah. This is kind of not very Sid Mead there. I think I've got to kill these. I think that was a mistake. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I killed the lines. Where did I go? So lots of gold and mean here. So this actually should come up to like a little thing here. This should come up to this should come up to a node of some kind. So I don't know what I'm going to put here quite yet. All right. But keeping in line with the theme, let's see. I skirted the pooch there. I don't know if I like those details either. I think this breaks it up too much. I'm going to be deliberating over this for days. But I'm just going to commit and go. Now we have this foot-shaped wedge. No more being a downer. I have good news. My heart has got back to a regular rhythm. Congratulations! Awesome! No more AFib from the cert. Awesome! Congratulations. I'm very happy because I know that's yeah, that was probably a little terrifying. I imagine. So let's have the full report. Did you have you accumulated any superpowers from your stay in the hospital? Did you magnetic magnetic attraction spontaneously based on your moods? Need any kind of like helmet to contain your radioactive eye power? Any of that kind of thing? No. I'm just kidding. I think your sketch is capturing the feel of a Mead piece. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of... we'll see how it goes. Well, there may be some truth to that. Also gives people the opportunity to make a lot of money, especially if you tip so well they can send back to their families and support them. True. The benefit that seems to be mentioned most frequently is, yeah, you're as long as you don't drink away all of your earnings, you will be you stand to make a bunch because they do give you room and board. So yeah. I may not even commit to any sort of. We did have our center line. I may not commit to painting until I actually have this thing in a good state. Okay. So I'm gonna try to render this as being on the water, which is why I put the horizon line up a little further, and we'll give it some indication that there's maybe a very large component underneath. And it carries off in the back in there. I'm going to put some, I will go kind of Berkey on the greeblies in the middle here, but we will also have some window action on this side. In terms of experiences and life experiences, I would love to use a cruise ship to bring me through, like, say, Norwegian fjords. That to me seems like a something I would probably enjoy. I've heard people report on the Alaska cruises. They used to sail out of Seattle. They still do, obviously. Seattle was quite a popular port. In fact, I worked for Razorfish, who handled the Holland cruise lines. At least one. I don't remember if they had more than Holland or not, for a number of years. I didn't get in on that, though, unfortunately. I was on Outrigger, and I got to go to Hawaii. That was pretty cool. Crazy shambolic project, but that was pretty exciting. Okay, my brain is in danger of acting both Mead and Berkey here, but I'm getting a thing together, which is great. Digesting a lot of food would be a superpower. Perfect. Yes. You still eat gross amounts of food. Hey, this is important, right? This is what we do. You've earned the right. There's going to be a portal here. I like the idea that, okay, so we have this thing that's shaped like a shoe. It's giant. Windows, windows, windows. Maybe this whole thing down here is some kind of window. Maybe this, yeah, let's just do that. We're going to have a few decks that open up and bits on the front. It's got a major component underwater that we don't see. I'll try to render a wake. The wake would be coming off here, and we'll have ocean. Yeah. Anyway, the background, though, I don't have a background. Usually there's a thing in the background, but I could do sort of a vignetted sky that works in the opposite direction of this cone. There we go. I'll have to make that decision as I get to rendering the thing, but okay. Are you excited about Season 4 of Strange New World? I am very sad about Season 4 of Strange New World because I have no means of seeing Season 4 of Strange New Worlds. We have... I canceled Paramount. I am no longer I am no longer giving money to Paramount or CBS. So I, unfortunately, am going to have to wait until such time that I learn how to siphon that thing off the internet. Or it hits Blu-ray or something so I can buy it, or something radically different happens with the Paramount folks. So that's on me, but you know what? I wish them well, and I hope it goes well. It's very... I know this is terrible and unfair to the people that worked on the show. They're wrapped, of course. They're not shooting anymore. They've been selling major components to it, and I maintain that it is probably the finest of the latest Treks that came out, and I absolutely appreciate that they did that show. So I believe there will be a time when I will be able to enjoy it. Fly the black flag! I like that idea. I think that's going to have to happen. Flying the black flag wouldn't be the first time. It's been be the first time in a long time, however. Let's see. We need a. Do we need like a super cool like dock that's coming off to the side, so it's not like all. Yeah, there we go. And of course, that would be entirely something that exists in coplanar things. We live in complicated times. All right, my relationship with media and so forth is very complicated at this stage. Hey Wes, how you doing today? Discovery hurt you? Yeah. Same. It feels the most true to the Star Trek universe. Yeah, Discovery. You know, it's funny. I maintain I still don't outright hate Discovery, but boy, did they do some weird stuff in it. Holy crap! I didn't even hate Starfleet Academy. That Starfleet Academy never bothered me, and I'm kind of sad that I don't get to see what they were going to do with it. But you know, we move on. We'll be fine. Hey, the cats, cranky apparently. Oh, I know, right? Well, we're all cranky. It's good. The discussion, Wes, was am I looking forward to Star Trek's Strange New Worlds Season 4? The answer to which is yes. However, I'm not going to be able to see it immediately. The one we may pull the trigger on I may pull the trigger on Apple TV again. Like, you know, so it should come as no shock to everybody watching that we've been broke as fuck for the last year and a half. So we dialed way back on our consumables, right? So we may be able to pull the trigger on Apple TV, so I can catch up with Silo, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I thoroughly enjoyed Silo. Row, purr. Yeah, the damn cats. Let me tell you. Stupid cats. No, love the cats. I'm very happy that we are able to do something for the cats. Yes. Row. Hey, this is actually kind of turning out kind of fun. I'm sort of enjoying where this is going. I'm actually having more fun with the drawing. We haven't even gotten to the paint yet. I know I haven't gotten to the paint. We're getting to the paint. We'll get to the paint. Don't you worry about the paint part. We're gonna do the drawing part. Yes. Yeah, I kind of want to see Silo season 3 too. Yeah, it's they also have a couple. Stephanie and I really enjoyed Shrinking, the Harrison Ford, right? And that's had a new season on it for a bit that we haven't caught up on. Should I read the book for Silo before watching the show? Oh, good question. I did not read the book. Raoul Duke, I'm going to tell you right now, I would say dive right in. I'm not going to lie. If you've got Apple TV, that was, to me, Silo was maybe the biggest surprise, like pleasant surprise. I was like, oh, I'm all over the premise of this show. Do what I do. Turn on a service, watch the show, turn it back off. Bingo. Yes, that we're sort of accumulating there. We want to let Silo roll out a bit more so we can kind of just drop in and catch it, preferably on a freebie. That would be great. Right? Oh my gosh, we'll do it. But yeah, the one we were able to get a peek into Hulu. Thank you, Hulu. And Steph and I were able to finish watching The Bear, which I feel is was an excellent show. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll come back to it in a year and think, nah, it was way too smarmy. I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Plus in the last was it the last? Yeah, was it the last season of The Bear? Yeah, the last season of The Bear, episode 7 or 8 has the Franks from Frankie's Spuntino, which is a restaurant we used to go to frequently. It was pretty cool. I did that too. Mediocre says you turned it too. Turned it on for season 2 of Monarch. Yeah, there we go. Need to watch Silo season 2, but I think I've had to shut it off again. Awesome. Oh, Rhonda, you read the book after. How did that go? I have not read Silo yet, and I want to. The writer of the book was very much involved in the production, and I'm very happy with what I've been hearing about it. So they seem to be very impressed as well, which is always a good sign, right? Okay, this thing needs something else here too. You bought the Avatar: The Last Airbender Legend of Korra Blu-ray set. Oh, perfect. Oh, that is such a classic and very well loved collection of things in our house. Our family was a big Airbender fans. To this day, the originals. I'm tracking down. I'm gonna have to. I might almost have the budget for it this year. Okay, so don't tell Stephanie. We watched Dexter last year for the first time and loved it. It was a good show. I had not seen it yet. It was close, very, very close. Cool. The Silo of the book. Anyway, the Dexter, the series, has a fantastic box set that's like all of the slides, but the discs look like the blood slides. Oh, so good. So the Silo follows it very closely. That is cool. I almost tracked it down. There's like 3 or 4 books, right? So I almost tracked them down at the library, but I'm kind of invested in the series now, so I kind of want to see where they go with it. Let them reveal it to me, and then I will dive in. Hey, how's it going there? RS70UGHC. Any plans to visit the George Lucas Museum in Los Angeles? Oh, awesome question. I would love to visit the George Lucas Museum. I have no immediate plans to go. That may change, however, because in addition to that museum, the Space Shuttle Endeavour has just been the exhibit for that has been renovated, and it's upright with solid rocket motors and external tanks. So that will bring me into the vicinity to visit it's West Coast, right? I would do a long trip both ends of the state in one go if I had to. Well, Dexter hurt me too, but I'll keep my mouth shut on that one until you finish the series. We finished the primary series, watched one of the next one. I think there's a new Resurrection or something. We haven't watched that yet, but yeah. No travel plans in the immediate future. We are digging ourselves out from some pretty significant financial decrepitude, which is like cellular decrepitude from Blade Runner. Yeah. Anyway, so that's working. No budget travel yet, but fingers crossed. Right now, the only way I can watch anything about cruise ships is through YouTube and the Love Boat. Thank you, Julie McCoy, your cruise director. Yeah, so I don't really have anything coming off into the horizon this way. So I'm going. This is what's begging. I need something back here, and I don't know what that's going to be. But I think it'll be a city of some kind, and that'll be in the water. Maybe with some other vehicles and boats out there as well. So there we go. We'll balance it off there. Oh yeah, the show really jumped the shark on the last season. Yeah, I mean it happens, right? There's always that. It's hard to maintain, I think, that level of quality on any show, right? And I don't hold it against them if that happens, as long as they kind of realize it and then finish it all out, do the best they can to roll it up, which is great. That would be great. That would be really great. Okay, so we're gonna have a little wake action going on here, and maybe I'll do the oh yeah, our waves going out to the horizon. There we go. And I don't really know what's happening on this thing, but maybe it's a... maybe it's got a thing in the water here, too. There we are. Bum, ba, bum, bum. And then I'm wondering about the... If I add anything else to the... Oh, it doesn't need anything out the back. I'm going to just go with this for right now until I see it with some actual color. I think this inside piece is going to be transparent, like we're looking inside. And we might even do some detail on this. All solid, all solid, all solid. Yeah, okay, cool. What state are you near? Right now, RS70. We are in western Pennsylvania, near the Ohio border. I am 6 hours drive from New York City, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Philadelphia. We're about 7 to 8 hours from Ticonderoga. That was pretty fun. 7 to 8 hours from... I think maybe it's more like 8 or 9. I can't remember. I can't remember what the drive to Chicago is from here. But yeah, so we kind of relocated Midwest. The state of madness. Accurate. Yeah, we used to live in Washington State, just north of Seattle. We were there for about 22 years, and I still miss the West Coast. Not gonna lie, loved it. The Midwest move was twofold. We did a move to secure this lovely place, and also move closer to what I thought would be art supporting large communities, more than one or two within a 6-hour drive. Which unfortunately, Seattle, yeah, the state of apathy and ennui. Unfortunately, also the state of sobriety. What the hell was I thinking? All right, let me see if I can't pull this in. This is not my favorite French curve. This is like my generic one that I've had forever. Not my fave. It's annoying to me because it's one that doesn't really follow my my natural instincts. And where am I at here? I'll do this for the next 6 years. Hey, look, that's almost there. Well, since that one's there, we'll do that. There we go. I've darkened that on up. Boom. I am almost finished with everything for How to Draw Starships 101. Thank you. Yay! I've been doing some reshoots and final edits. There will be a release dropping Sunday evening, the 12th of July, for those of you who have signed up, and we are currently on track to do that. And after that, I will be starting in on my color class very shortly after. That's been exciting. I've been doing a lot of some of this drawing, and it's been neat to kind of get back into it, to the point where I sort of wanted to. It's in my head, thus the drawing here this way here. Have you been to the Centrulia Mine Fire in Pennsylvania? Not yet. No. We isn't that cool though? Yeah. It's a fire that started in a mine, right? As the title would suspect, and it is they don't expect it to ever go out, right? It's basically it's a self-perpetuating situation, right? I think that's what it is. There we go. Yeah, so far we haven't done too much excursioning since we've been here. It was yeah, it was drama. A lot of drama. Imagine that. Me? Drama? No way, mate. Not a chance, right? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully we can get to some of these. We talked about it, like I might actually be able to take a trip to Gettysburg and some of those fun bits. It's all if the budget allows. Right now, basically, we are able to just keep down operating costs and feeding of all the cats. So yeah, someday for sure. Yeah, hopefully soon. I noticed that Wonderfest hotel reservations are now open. It didn't like my card, so unfortunately I was not able to secure a room yet. So there we go. Yeah. Anyway, that's all right. I have so much to do right now. I could literally spend the next 12 months and not like every day, no day off, and still not have everything done I need to get this to keep this art thing going. So yeah, it's fun. That is not a complaint, by the way. I'm actually very excited now that I kind of see the we see the potential. Haha. Yes, it's very good. It's very good. See, this is what happens when you give me drawing tools. I'm going to spend the entire time on this and be annoyed. No, that is not it either. I need my longer French curves. I'm gonna break down and get them. I swear. Did I already do this already? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do the best I can with what I have. There we are. I'm not getting any more, and you can't make me. And this is really all you need to do with them anyway. You'll never find one that's really exact for some of these. Here we go. Captain Foley, he and I got a room for 2027. Let's hope things make it possible. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm always hopeful, right? If it doesn't happen, it'll happen one of the next years, right? But that's good news. I'm very glad to hear that, and I look forward to hopefully potentially joining all of you. So yeah, there we go. That reminds me, I forgot to even look at this. I'm not even going to look right now. Let me find out right here. Just a second. Oh no! I just dropped it. No way! I didn't like that. Okay. I'm going to pop us over to the website here for those of you who aren't aware. We also have the Dollhouse Katina on the website, which contains our late. We did a live stream. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if anyone was on. A couple of you were on the live stream. That was hilarious. But this gives you an idea of the sanctuary that we're running, with the possibilities of donations, views of all the cats, access to the wish lists, and boom, there we go. We also have the Katina store, where I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there we go. Yeah, this is there. There we are. The Cosmic Beans notebook, just like the one that we got today. Yay! There we go. This wonderful notebook. No, anyway, I'm just pointing this out to you. This is our everything. All of the materials you see on here are. Go towards the. Oh, Rhonda, I forgot to send this to you. Holy smokes, we just dropped this in. Haha. We have metallic prints. There we go. Yeah. Neat. Of the Scruffy. Thank you. That is artwork by our very own Rhonda Withers, which I absolutely adore. Yeah. So all sorts of fun things. We got T-shirts back in, and then back to our old Dollhouse baked goods. A lot of our materials. We have mugs and T-shirts there. All of that good stuff. But yeah, all that goes to supporting the cats, keeping the little bastards fed. Anyway, no, it's been fun. We're building it out. There's going to be an analog to that. So when we go to different shows and booths, some of that material will be feeding into it. So pretty cool. You didn't see that? Yay! Yay! It's been fun. We're trying to break it out, right? We're trying to build it out. We're getting a lot of eyes on the store through the through the TikTok and YouTube. I broke out the Katina on its own YouTube page. So yeah. Oh, this thing needs a thing up here. I know what this needs. Aha, there we go. Yes, we need to mock this shape here. There we go. So yeah, we're getting the merch in. Oh, Wesley said Wonderfest. Oh, I just missed your message. Wes, you said you miss Wonderfest. You miss it every year. You've never made it. We would love to have you come out, Wes. I think you'd have a blast. We'd make sure that we that we found a good corner on the balcony for all of us. Flappy says Wonderfest is part party, part family reunion, and just happens to be the best model show on the continent. Cheers. Very much so. I don't know if I can't even. It's becoming so popular right now that if I feel like if I can't get a room, like that hotel is starting to sell out really early. To me it's unheard of that they've opened up bookings the July before. Usually it's January. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. If I can't get the hotel, I'm not going. I'm not gonna go to Wonderfest and not stay at the hotel. You just poor overworked and trapped in LA. Hey, Wes, I'd poor overworked and live 6 hours away. Couldn't even drive there this year. I had to cancel. Yeah. It was really frustrating. Last one I went was it 24? 24, yeah. But, yeah, there we go. We'll, that's all going to change because all of our luck is going to change. I do remain optimistic about the longer-term course of events, and I think that there is good reason to be optimistic. Okay, there's going to be a line under this water to whatever this thing is riding on, so I gotta make sure I've got that in there. Yes, I agree. I hope that I hope Wes can make it. I agree with you, Dave. Definitely, we will make it work out. Boy, that hotel has been through some renovations. I believe, with the exception of those that haven't gone, like probably mediocre. You probably remember when the bar was the grotto, right? Like that's it was a very 70s affected place. That was pretty cool. It was really neat. We've known each other for over 30 years. I've never met in person. It's true. It's totally true. I blame John Lester. It's Lester's fault, right? Blame the Lesters. See, there you go, Wes. If you come out, you can hang out with the Lesters and pester them in person and thank them for stealing all of your money for all that good resin over the years, right? The old bar was the best. Yes, it was. It was a seedy little smoky place. It did. It felt like a grotto with the fake rock ceilings. Starship Modeler brought so many of us together. I recall Starship Modeler, Cult TV Man was on Hobby Talk, and I think of course the RPF, and what was the Garage Kits? What was the Garage Kit one? There were a couple of others. Those were my first exposures to a social media network before that was before MySpace, even LiveJournal and any of that. at least I got resin for cash, right? Yep, beats every piece of software you ever paid for. Exactly. Yeah, Hobby Talk. Hobby Talk had the Polar Lights board, Cult TV Man, and a few others, like a racing board. And the reason I say these are message boards, right? But what happens is this community was so small that it really is. It's a niche within a niche, right? Spaceship model builders amongst so forth, figures and so forth. But you were able to understand who each person was, even our names here. Blappy's going by. Blappy's been using Blappy since I've known Blappy. That's been the call name, and my Blackbird CD goes way back to that. Hobby Talk was wonderful back in the day. Yes, it was. Hobby Talk was a great spot. In fact, that was what got me. It was through Hobby Talk that I got, and Cult TV Man. He's the one that kind of convinced me to take the chance and go the first time to Wonderfest. This was 2000. Might have been the same year that you went too. The first time, Blappy. I can't recall. It's the first time we met, and Aaron and Vince Hoffman and so many others. And I was terrified. I'd never, like, that was the weirdest thing to me in the world, was going to meet 100 people that I've never met before, who were only online and forums. There was no YouTube involved. You still used, that's right, Nova Design. Thank you, Nova Designs on a bunch of forums. That's right. Yeah. But it was, it probably, these forums were probably responsible for saving the hobby industry, because they weren't just forums that were being used by those of us in our field, but the same thing was happening with cars and the car modelers and military modelers. So yeah. Oh yeah. Good times. I have just drawn a scene that requires me to draw water, and I don't like it. Okay. All right, I feel pretty good about this. Yeah, I wonder if so many guys. I wonder if they are still around, like Mark Dean. Oh, Mark. Okay, so Mark Dean. Boy, that guy got angry. I don't know. He disappeared. John P. sticks around some of the boards, but he got angry and disappeared. Yeah, I haven't seen John P. is still doing stuff. He just keeps his head down. Mark Dean, boy, that guy got, I don't know, he just got like super angry about something. And it usually involved somebody not recognizing, you know, how gracefully intelligent the guy was, something along those lines. Mark Dean was the first person I met in the airport shuttle going from the airport to the hotel. It was pretty cool. I'd just gotten off a red-eye flight of some kind, and he was at the airport with me there. But yeah, Dave, you and your crew were there that year. That was fun. And there were some shenanigans and hanging out. Oh, cool. Mark Dean's still your friend on Facebook. Okay, cool. John Payne went full MAGA. Yeah. That happened to a bunch of them. Oh, you followed John P. Oh, folks, the MAGA movement has very seriously disrupted the model community, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to me. It's the same frustration as the rest of life. Yeah. Had another good friend I used to work with who went full MAGA too. It's losing friends and family is not my favorite part. All right, I'm going to add a little detail to the back end of this, as if I'm going to make this back end look like it is also open. I don't know, maybe that's a mistake. Yeah, I don't like what I just did back here, so I don't think that's what I'm going to do with that. Okay. I believe at this point I'm going to retire the pens, and I'm going to get some color on this. So let's do that. I'm going to retire the pens and pencils. In fact, if it's okay with you, give me a second. I'm going to grab some more. I'm going to grab some more water. Hang tight, and I will be right back. Just give me just 2 seconds. Here we go. Good date. That'll be that. Here we go. We are back, and look what I brought. Oh, come here, you. Oh my gosh. Bum. Here we go. Check it out. We have guest studio assistant Constant. He's gonna adjust the camera is what he's gonna do, right? Oh my gosh, come here, you. Hey, alrighty, what did I catch up on? Oh yes, oh yeah, that surgery was terrifying. I'm very glad it went well. Come back, what are you doing? Yeah, now you're leaving me. Just rolling on the floor. Oh my gosh. Ba-ba-dum. The Wonderfest Hotel's been through several changes. At one point it was the Golden Targe. That's right, the room, the Golden Targe. Yeah. Oh boy, I've got photos someplace of the original look and feel, if you will, of that place. That's cool. Wes says you got off of Facebook in 2018. That was probably a good idea. That was around the time I was first considering leaving, and then all of a sudden my space art following kind of picked up a little bit. I have a lot of people that follow me just only through Facebook and Instagram, so I'm a little concerned about dropping that that soon. Ooh, Black said they fixed a valve, repaired a tiny hole between chambers, stopped your heart for 4 hours. Oh wow. Holy smokes! You were disassembled. Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, modern medical technology is a blessing. It's Dr. McCoy would probably still refer to it as primitive, but not at all. That's very cool. Alrighty, I am going to vacate some of my drawing tools somewhere. Where should I take these? Actually, I have a drawer here. That's fantastic. And I am familiar with how terrifying something like AFib could be. We have a few family members that have experienced it. Still not sure if I don't have it, so hard to say. Hard to tell. But I'm keeping an eye out. It's transferable. All right, let me grab some. I need the water. I need this. Hey, thank you for joining me. I just got back from the break, and I appreciate you sticking around. We are gonna get to painting our scene here. There we go. Just making some room. I did get some extra water. Got the water. There you go. Very cool. All right, so let's take a look at our scene here, shall we? I'm gonna bop my face out of the way. So we are working on a Sid Mead inspired, futuristic looking kind of weird cruise ship pod thing. So we're just I'm gonna work this to the best of my abilities, and we are going to be using today casein paint. There we go. So I think I'm gonna work from the background forward. So I am going to need some different blues. Oh, let's do a cobalt this week for the sky, and I'm gonna need some white for that. I'm going to want a little crimson to touch that down. A little bit of an orange. I'm gonna want some of that. Actually, let's not do that. Let's not do orange. Let's do let's make it more raw sienna. So I'm just pulling the paints out. So this is casein paint. This is a water-based. It ends up acting a little like a cross between acrylic or gouache more than anything else. So there we go. I personally like to use a glass, a piece of glass as my paint palette. So I'm just gonna move that up right now. So I like it because it's easy to clean up. And all right, let's get some paint going. I'm gonna get my white out here, the white out. So I'm actually gonna do a little bit more than that. I haven't given much thought to what the colors overall of this are gonna be. So maybe I shouldn't be just running. So look, there's the blue. Oh no, a little bit. There we go. That's all right. Got a little bit of the medium out there with it too. Oh, you know what? I need a I need a. I'm gonna need a thing. Hang tight, folks. Hey, Cosmo, what are you doing? You gonna help? Not helping at all. There we go. All right. And then cobalt blue. I'm not going to worry too much about this. My table is on an angle, so if it get any of the stuff that's too liquidy just runs right down towards me. It's pretty funny. I'm not going to go full palette. I'm just going to kind of pull out what I need. And then when Dave woke up, he could see through walls. He could run faster than any human being ever. I'm kidding. I don't know if you could do any of that. That would be rude. Now, I'm going to... Last year, I went to open Facebook and thought my account was a bot that you'd had account for 15 years. Open to provide a face pic. So he took away very dark safety glasses. Awesome. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have found Facebook to be dreadful for a very long time, and I just have a few legacy contact communities there that I am involved with, and I may just have to suck it up and pull the trigger. But that's the closest one that's going to be on the agenda. Covered my mouth with my hand. Facebook took that as a selfie, went through it, deleted everything, and closed my account. Awesome. Oh, you could smell the colors. Yeah, good for you, Houdini Bob. You know, nobody needs that crap. All right, so I'm going to do... Oh, yeah, this is my cobalt. There we go. You know what? Before I do anything, I think I'm going to lay down cobalt into one part of the sky. My powers of napping are astounding. Perfect. All right, I'm just going to get a couple of these together, and I do want the teal down over here. Wow, that's pretty cool. So this is going to warm it up some. That's going to push it over that way, and I feel like... I'm doing a thing. I'm doing a thing. I just want to do this a little bit better. There we go. There we go. All right. I'm just trying to find the gray that I need here, and my values are way off on this. Oh, I'm going to need that some more. There we go. My values are way off. That's okay. All right. Okay. Bimp. Actually, the one that I do need, I'm going to need the raw umber. I forgot to put the other one out. Powers of napping are unrivaled, unmatched. Oh, I probably should have started this over. I don't know if I could save this, but I think I can turn this into a nice, nice grayish black. Add a little more of this. Yeah, maybe I'll do a little bit more of that too. Well, the crimson I added to this made it way too purple. I'm gonna work with it though. Okay. The reason I'm going to work with it, though, is that this stage, I just want to get some details in, and I wanted it purple shifted anyway, so I'm just going to pretend like that's what I wanted to do. I'm just going to, not going to lie, I have no idea. There we are. All right, I'm going to swap these back again. Cool. All right, get some water on the old palette here. I forget, though, that I just mixed up a bunch of paint, and this stuff dries so much faster than oils. It's like, it dries about the same speed as, like, say, what's it? Acrylic. So, who knows? You have to be prepared for that to go. All right, I want a... I need more water. Man, oh boy. Tell you what, keep shifting to these. I took all those colors that I just mixed up and I lightened them up with a little bit of white to give them the background atmospheric perspective. I need this structure at least comped in. And again, this is a background like building of some kind. I'm not really sure what it is, but we're going to get it in there anyway. Hey Cosmo, how you doing, bud? Cat sitting right by me. Okay. Actually, I do think I am going to darken this up in a very different way. Let's get the ivory black. Yes. All right. I usually don't go for the black, but I'm going to add a little touch of this ivory black because it's got a good. It'll darken this in a way that I need, and we're going to go from there. Awesome. All right. Yeah, that's what I needed. That'll work. All right. Oh my God, I just spattered dots all over. Terrible. Hey, how many of you have heard that Starlog magazine is firing up its someone's firing up its old bones. I've been hearing about this. I'm gonna do that, and I think I actually they had a contact page. So I did actually send them some information. We'll see what happens. I'm never hopeful for such things, but you never know. Maybe they want somebody that does retro science fiction stuff. Hard to tell. Hard to say. Yes, if you go to starlog.com or starlog.com, I believe. I don't know what the dates are for their first offering. I think they're taking information, but they've got some pretty big names. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for them. I'm genuinely excited. Yes. I'm gonna fill this space on in down here. I can't imagine it's gonna be like that. Oh yeah, right. Exactly. I don't think it's going to be, but they may be going for like full publication too. There seems to have been a resurgence in some forms of print magazine. I don't know what their plans are, and obviously take it with a grain of salt, folks. Right? It's magazine in this day and age. Who knows? But maybe it's just like an IO9 play with a different thing. I don't know. It does have Anna Louise Newitz, whatever her name is, Anna Lee Newitz. I'm getting her name wrong. Just because I'm trying to do three things at once and watch a cat go through the room here. Yeah, let's hope they can pull it off. Exactly. Heavy Metal is out still. I think they're still doing and is it Amazing Stories? They have a magazine that's actually doing pretty good. Or it's at least doing. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if good is the right word, but we'll find out. I do know that there are some publications of people that are buying art from people like me. They just aren't buying it from me yet. So I feel like I'm just now at a stage where I could offer my services. It'll be $80 a year with only quarterly magazines. Oh, is that it? Is that what they did? $80 a year, 4 magazines. Congratulations. Enjoy your magazine. I know, right? Well, we were getting, for the longest time, Stephanie was getting baked from scratch, which I still think is a decent one, but they've kind of fallen off a little bit. Oh, I didn't do very good there. I think we're gonna end that one. Oh, hi! I'm being stared at. I'm being stared at. I don't know if anyone can see this, but yeah, where is he? Over there? Yeah, he's over behind the fan. I may have to take a second break and let somebody upstairs. Hang tight, folks. Yeah. All right. Oh, what did I just hit? Hang tight. I'm gonna release the kitty. Come on, bud. Let's go. Let's go, cat. Let's go, Casmo. Let's go, Zima. Yeah, let's go. There we go. I'll be right back. We are going to vacate an animal. Let's go, bud. I know. It's boring down here. It's just me talking and painting. Well, all right, there we go. Let's go, bud. Here we go. All right. I'm back. Got the cat out. Got the cat out. Okay. Oh, you found the website. Sign up for the newsletter. The Thinking Cranky, but Hopeful Thoughts. That's perfect. I know the model magazines are having a hard time. They keep shrinking too. Yeah, it could be it could be end of the road for some of these. I don't know how they intend to pull it off, honestly, but if they do and they need space art, I'm their fool. I don't know. That would be kind of a fun thing to have just under the belt, right? I don't know. My skills are not well appreciated in the publishing circles. I don't know why. I've bounced off of traditional publishers many times. I've submitted portfolio reviews. I mean, quite frankly, I'm fun. I'm not great. So, I fully recognize that, and they are absolutely looking for great book publishers. I had a good run with a couple, but yeah. Whoop. Okay, it would help if I actually got the line, Chris, right? There we go. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. But, yeah. I had every issue of Starlog from 76 to 99. Gave them to a library in Dallas back in 2004. Oh, that's super cool. I never had all of them, but I have a pretty good chunk of that, mostly from the earlier years. In fact, I just saw the box out there when I was out there looking for my books here. So yeah, that's really cool. And that was cool of you to turn them in that way too. That I hope that the library appreciated that. That's kind of a treasure trove. You know, I was debating what to do with mine during the move, and that would have probably been the donating, selling, all of that was certainly on the table. But yeah, I just didn't. I decided to put off the decision, packed them in a box. They're now here. All right, how am I going to do this thing? All right, I would like to be able to properly do this. That was what I needed. Basically that. Okay. And then a little bit up here. There we go. We donate a lot of books and magazines to our local library. That's probably the way to go. I would like to. I do have a bunch that I would like to donate as well. We did a pretty hefty reduction of a lot of that stuff, so I'm kind of down. I'm like, my personal library is kind of just down to reference stuff I wanted to keep, like the books that I just showed us. All right, and let's see about the details up here. Help us complete the scene a little bit. Bum ba da bum ba da do do. All right, I'm actually gonna just. I am flat out skipping this one. Where's the next one? Which one's playing? Yeah, I'm just skipping that one. Sorry. Da, da, da. Music I was skipping. Never mind. Ha. I'm gonna get the water out there at some point. Right. You still have all these Star Trek, the magazine issues. That was a cool magazine too. I've got a bunch of those, and I actually have one of the poster magazines way back in the early days, right? That's pretty cool. All right, let me get a little. Let's see if I can get a little blue into this. Is there any chance I can get some blue? Yeah, I think so. That's way too hot, but I'm just kind of trying to get the. Not going too crazy here. This is terrible. This is not the way to do this, by the way. I've really just almost screwed the pooch on this. Ah, bummer. Okay. Well, we're just going to go with it. Too late. I committed to it. Right. That's all right. We're just going to... I'm going with the blues for the water. The blues for a red planet. Well, this will help me block it out anyway. Part of my goal here was that any of that stuff that I kept, like the magazines, and I have some other promotional material actually that was out. Lobby cards, that sort of thing. I kind of wanted that to be the decoration in a future library in even this house. So we'll get there. I'm convinced. I remain optimistic, even if my optimism is not warranted, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, no. Okay, not so happy accidents, Chris. Not so happy accidents. Well, all right. I'm going to have to redo all of those later. Oh, boy. Yeah, we'll get it. We're going to get it. I'm kind of just trying to get the forms in so I can see what I'm looking at, right? There we go. And we'll have some brush strokes. We'll have some brush strokes. It's just going to happen. can arrange this out a bit. All right, Sky. Sky, he says. Hello. Come back here. The ultimate goal for us here at this house was to have it sort of be the final shrine of our creative existence. Maybe not final, but close to the final. I'm just mixing up a color off camera here a little bit. Bear with me. Here we go. There. Maybe I can make this work, right? Maybe we can make this work. Alrighty. Now the sky. I got a sky I gotta do. Sky tones. We've got our sky tones. Whoop. That's a decent sky tone. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now the big trick is whether or not I can actually render this thing the way it would be done in the Sid Mead studio. I actually have several tutorials by Sid Mead himself on doing this kind of rendering, and it basically used gouache the same way I'm doing it. This is actually very similar to how he would approach it too. He got his drawing down, then he would lay in the background colors. He chose different colors. His were much more muted the way I should be doing mine, but yeah, we'll work it out. We work it out together. We work it out on our own, right? So there we go. Lighten that up a bit. There we go. There we are. That's quite a bright day right there, isn't it, folks? And I'm hoping to get some happy accents going in the sky, so the sky has a little bit of a tone to it. All right, there we go. Apparently, there's a podcast about Starlog that is on the website. Oh, cool. You know, I'm not really sure if they've got like the money to do what they're talking about doing, but if they do, how cool would that be, right? All right, now I'm gonna mix myself up a nice little kind of a warmer color. Maybe just a little bit of this to it. How can I do this? Maybe I should pop... Oh, here's what I'll do. That's the way to go. I keep forgetting this. I'll pop it over this way. Hey, that way we can kind of see what I'm working on with the palette. Good idea, Chris. Brilliant. It's like you've been doing this longer than a year. Haha. All right. There we go. Bump. Boom. Okay, I'm kind of trying to come up with a, yeah, there we go, kind of a nice warm tone for the body. Yep. Here we go. All I don't know if I'm really getting into. I'm getting into Sid Mead shapes here, but not really sure how well this is gonna tread. Actually, that's the back end of it right there. Oh man, I'm losing. What was I doing? What was I doing? Okay, I got it. We're getting there. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. All right, that's the ticket. We're gonna get a midline here. Trying to bring the rendering part in, right? There we are. Okay. On the topic of magazines, you purchased boxes of, oh yeah, Fine Scale Modeler and other various magazines. I gave them all the way to the, yep, capsule. I thought you were shouting. No. That's really cool though that you donated those like that. That's, yeah. The closest I did to that, it was just before I left. I had some models from my collection, right? I actually did some, I did a model kit purge, and I donated a bunch of my extra models to locals. There were a bunch of kids groups that wanted things like that, you know, to keep them off social media, that sort of thing. So a bunch of my model kits actually ended up going to that. That was pretty cool. I felt pretty good about that overall. Here we go. Oh, this thing's way out of control, folks. I don't know if I've got the capacity to do this. I might have screwed everything up. Oh no. No, I'm kidding. I just don't like the color. There are a lot of things about it I don't like. What am I going to do to pop this up? No. I think I've got an idea. That's pretty funny. There we go. I'm trying some different colors just to see if I can't bring this into what I wanted. And I think this is a mistake. Yeah, that is totally a mistake. Ha. But we'll get there. Okay. My tones are shit right now. The color tones on this, it's really not helping. Okay. But I think I can pull it in. Okay. Once I kind of see what I'm going for, like let me get my color tones in, and then I'll decide if it's shit. How's that sound? boy. Okay. He's ruined it. He's ruined the whole thing. No, I have not. All right. I'm gonna restore some bits here. You know, this is the danger is I should have taken a photo of the thing before I got it to this point, because I actually legitimately hate it right now. I hate this painting. I really do. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be perfectly okay. When it gets away from you. Yeah, that's all right. It started, I think what's going to happen is it starts Sid Mead, and then it's going to go like, shit. Doesn't count towards your final mark, right? Exactly. Nah, it's just funny. It's like, wait a second, I thought I'd try something, and then I hated it. That's all right. There is, I'm half joking here, folks, because honestly, this painting is so early at this stage that there's no way to tell if it's gonna be shit or not until I actually like get done with it. So yeah, I just that lovely stage when it's neither here nor there, and you can't tell. Although the green tones I put in there are going to help out when I get to the rest of the detailing of it. How clever and fun. Isn't that lovely? Ah, just don't have enough of this. I just don't have enough of this on my brush. Just a small brush. Okay. It's getting there. It's coming back. Awesome. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Love the design and composition. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, really. Yeah, the painting has reached the it's awkward teen years version of the painting, right? It's just that happens to all of them. So I'm kind of in the point where I'm like, I need to do a thing. I really wanted to render water here in kind of an abstracted way, and I think I'm pulling it off. And I'll be able to define the front edge a bit better. There we go. Excellent. How's your week going? Hope everything's going well for everybody. We want no more surgeries. we don't want anyone else taken offline for health reasons. Right. Yeah, but for those of you I'll repeat again. Some of us are experiencing difficulty with being requested to turn over nasty documents just to maintain a login. If any of you at any point ever have to bag out of my Discord, Patreon, or any of that stuff, please do not feel bad about that. Right? That is not. I totally get it. Don't stick around for one of the social media platforms just because I'm stuck on there. I'll try to keep as many options open that don't require onerous logins and such. So I like when you lay down a color and immediately know, nope, that's the less. It's kind of, yeah. It's funny. I sometimes, it's always a game, right? And I know that this is something that you get with practice, but oftentimes in the mix that you end up here, it's like, I know I wanted to go someplace along the lines of a phthalo teal, but the phthalo teal in my my range of colors here from this casein is a little different than what I would get from the phthalo and aqua teals I have in my oils. So it adjusts a little differently. I like. That's the one that threw me. First off, this ended up, I graded down too far for one. I wanted it a little bit more hot, but it's okay. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I can make this work out pretty good. I also like that the whole thing is on here, but I need more warmer colors. And so while all of this is kind of setting up, I'm going to grab my my raw sienna here and see if I can get in with some nice background assistance, if you will. It's an oligarch's mega yacht. Well, actually, this may be a mega yacht of the oligarch people, right? So maybe they stole it and they're running away from it. But hey, Wes, you know how you could tell it's not an oligarch's yacht? Because there isn't a Ukrainian drone destroying it right now. All right. That's rude. Don't do that, Chris. Don't go there. Just don't even do it. All right, that's what I wanted. Just a little touch back there. Oh, cool. I absolutely just completely disintegrated that skyline. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Too soon? I'm sorry. We live in weird times, folks. Sometimes my humor isn't good for everybody. Yeah. I have a singular wit. You have a singular wit, doctor. All right, there we go. Introducing just a touch of the bomb. Okay. Oh, this is just kind of weird. Cool, I've been waiting to paint spaceships. Awesome. You've been wanting to paint spaceships. Well, congratulations. Welcome aboard. We are painting spaceships. Welcome aboard. Kairos 1. You've got here at a good time. I am offering my very first course, How to Draw Starships 101. Don't wait for the translation. Answer the question. Exactly. Oh my God, I love that. Kind of feel like I kind of want to I might have to revisit the old Star Trek 6 here pretty soon. I think I got to do that. Christopher Plummer. What a classic, right? Just going to darken this on up here a little bit, because that's just the way I roll. I own all the Star Trek movies on Blu-ray, so I do not have to hand over my money to Paramount to watch those. So yeah, I do actually have that going for me. All my paint is like weirdly started to get really tacky, so I can't get my really cool washes on here again. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm trying to chase the skyline colors up the side of the hull, and yet, yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to do it this way. I'm being stymied at every turn. That's the way to do it then. Just trying to make it all play as part of the scene. There we go. Boom. I am using today Richardson Casein. This is a paint that is very similar to gouache. It is a water-based paint. And I use it on a glass slide here. It also dries pretty fast, so all my colors are starting to really set up. It dries about as fast as, like, say, acrylic, right? So yeah, I'm just going to try to bring these back in before I redetail it. It does dry quickly, and it's mostly, a lot of the colors are pretty opaque. It's got a good body to it. So yeah, it was also used quite extensively by illustrators before gouache became a big thing. I want to try to paint a crashed German UFO with grays. We love, here at Space Art by Christopher Riddell, we love our gray aliens, don't we, everyone? Absolutely. Oh, it's fun. The cool thing about those UFOs is they like, that era is pretty fun. Like, that, you can actually get some really good reference material for those. Like the German UFO thing is just cracks me up, right? I love it. Dave Conover from Wonderfest, getting back to Wonderfest, 1 year at Wonderfest, he had found the actual lamp that was used for some of the original hoax UFO photos, right? And it's that classic one that it's similar to the one that you see with the German UFOs. And he was walking around Wonderfest with it. It was actually it was quite funny, actually. I was like, oh my god, that's like the UFO. He's like, shh, don't tell anyone. Like, he found some place in Kentucky that had an old one. Yeah, it's pretty funny. We love Thor. We love Thor. Oh, cool. All right, I'm gonna try to get some. Yeah, let's see if we get that in there. Got a question. Inkspear, can I do a concept art for a spaceship? Big fan. I'm a small YouTuber. I love Star Trek too. I have all the DVDs, including 120 DVDs of every episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Well, cool. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you finding me. I can do concept art. I do. I do not have the capacity to do any for free, however, unless you're seeing it here every week. So, but thank you for asking. You're welcome to reach out to me on the either on the channel here or on my website, and I'm happy to discuss. I can, but I'm not gonna be able to just drop it out for you. I am in the process of rebuilding and building a changing landscape for my art business. So, yeah, there we go. But thank you. I appreciate it. I would say go ahead and grab a pen and grab a couple of things. I'd be happy to show you. The last couple of weeks I have been going down the path of some concept art techniques. The drawing portion of this particular one was close to that. But yeah, absolutely. Hey, congratulations on small-time YouTubers. We must all stick together, right? I consider myself a small-time YouTuber. I am. I got monetized last summer. I do not take good use of it. I'm doing it. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. Oh no, I want to do something for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, can you do me an? Oh, forgive me. I misread that. Absolutely. Feel free. You're welcome to do that. I've got a Discord if you are so inclined. Drop it in over there, or if you bring it back out. Yeah. Thank you. Well, that's really cool. That's really cool. Thank you. Happy to. Whoop. Bump-a-dum. If you're willing, go ahead and drop it over here. So that's cool. Can you paint the? Can I paint the Phil Norwood Aliens versus Predator Mothership? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in a long time. Oh my gosh, yes, yes. Oh, that would actually be cool. I'd forgotten about that one. Possibly, yes. I'd be willing to consider it. Fun. I haven't taken too many requests. I haven't had many. What's up with you guys? How come you haven't given me any requests? Well, most of the people here understand that I'm like way over my head and I never get anything done. There we go. Ooh, does someone make 135 scale grays? Good question. You want to make a diorama with your Tamiya SDKVC Panzerwagen run by grays? Oh, Wes, that would be hilarious. I'm all on board. Yes. That would be cool. I'll look for you, Wes. I wonder if what's the Czechoslovakian company, the Green somebody or others? What's that? They've got a whole bunch of they've got a bunch of Battlestar Galactica stuff. I can't remember what their name of them are. Oh, hey, Houdini Bob says, if worse happens, will the videos be available elsewhere than required age of verification sites? Oh, yes. Absolutely, yes. So here's what he's talking about here. I'm going to take the opportunity. Let me come over on my Space Art by Christopher Dahl website. I've got here we go. The How to Draw Starships. The Space Art Academy over on my website. Popping that in there. Thanks for the bid, Houdini Bob. Here we go. The very first one, How to Draw Starships 101, is dropping this weekend. I have a pre-order price that's going to go up next week. The materials, the class itself, it's a series of videos with some handouts. The videos will be available through my website, ChristopherDahl.com. I have a mechanism where you can get them. You will not have to do anything other than what you've already done to purchase paintings and courses from my site. WordPress doesn't keep any particular information. And my purchasing, I use Square, so they'll ask you for the standard challenges. But they're legit. More of a purple space aliens. I like that too. Thank you, Blaposphere. Green Strawberry, that's the one. Yeah, check Green Strawberry. I think they might. I am not certain though. That's really interesting. Hey, I'm actually on board with aliens being different colors. You know, they say grays, but let's be serious. There probably is going to be some. There's probably going to be variations to that too, right? Yeah. Very cool. Well, thank you. I think that's very cool. Yeah, feel free to send. If I would be thrilled to review and show you anything that any of you send along. Help that'd be awesome. I love it. Kyra says, I'm a sculptor and you use ZBrush. Very cool. And you're trying to make action figures. Finishing the head of Cobra Commander, once a man. That's awesome. I dig it. I'm serious. I totally dig that. I've tried my hand at ZBrush occasionally, but I need to get back to it. Also, the closest though I've gotten further with Blender's tools. I know it's not even a contest, right? I mean, Blender has some tools, but that doesn't mean that it's any good. I get that, but yeah, I dig it. That's pretty cool. All right, there we are. I need something for the underwater here. Let me see the underwater. There goes that phthalo teal again. But maybe there's a big thing under the water. There we go. Yeah, that's the ticket. I knew this phthalo teal would come in handy some point. And that's it right along in there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're partial to blue aliens with antennae. Yeah, you gotta mix the grays. You got the warm and the cool grays. Do I have a Gmail or something? Yes. I do have a Gmail. It is blackbirdcd@gmail.com, or you're welcome to, yeah, so I can, I'll type the word here. Just add this to gmail.com. Sure. Awesome. The pink skins and the blue skins and the... Going back to Dave's comment there. That's pretty fun. Not sure if I'm fond of my sky, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Let me see what I could do in the background here. We got little bits of stuff there. I want some hint of things back there. I'm feeling better about some aspects to this. Oh, I know what I need. I needed some darker lines in here. Never mind. Never mind, Cheddar. There we go. Okay. We are getting a sense of the scene. I probably attacked this like all wrong, but I feel like there's a stage where you got to get your drawing down, and then obviously getting all of this up to a point where you render it is going to be pretty tricky. But what it's really kind of missing is a little proper orange. So I'm going to pop some in here a little bit. I just got the Metaluna alien from NECA. Oh, that's so cool. I have a little tiny metal figure of that alien, the Metaluna mutant. What an iconic alien bad guy. I love the Metaluna mutant. Yeah, that I'm very that kit coming up. I'm very excited about that. I'd be on board with that. Let's see. Do I want this to be anywhere in... What's that going to do? And then this is going to be a... Oh, that's very, very orange. I don't really know if I want that necessarily yet, but... There we go. Oh, yeah. Hey, you're welcome. No problem. I will make, and honestly, I have email addresses for folks, so I am perfectly happy to like to send, you know, to work it out. I'm not going to force anyone to use a site that they are not able to access, by all means. So yeah. This is going to be a very strange painting, and I love it, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go with this. I'm gonna just kind of see if I can't make this thing work. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna do it. So there we go. Oh, this is wrong. Nope. Hey, you wanted to be around when I made a mistake. Now's your chance. I take it back. I don't know what I'm painting now. Well, this is totally going off the rails, but I'm doing it anyway. Maybe this is just like the interior reactor of this thing. I don't know. There we go. Oh, yeah. The happiest bunch. My favorite thing is kind of grabbing a couple of these different paints and just seeing what drags off your brush. Not its favorite, but it is a fun thing. So now I've given this thing kind of a kind of that orange and green colored interior that I said I liked earlier, and I've managed to make it fit somehow in this, which is weird. But we'll get it to go. We're gonna make it work. We have been making it work here, folks. We are going to make it work. Yeah. I used Houdini, hence your screen name, until they kept upping the hardware requirements to run it, and your poor laptop would not make the cut. So you're learning Blender. Congratulate. Houdini will eat every resource you give it. But so will Blender. Let me be clear. I was a 3D Studio Max guy, 3D Studio Max user. And Wes, I think you're still Lightwave and I think some Houdini too, right? But Wes is the big boy. He's doing this for real. Like I was just a dilettante, right? But yeah, I like what's happening with Blender. I will tell you that right now. I was not sure if Blender was going to cut it long time ago, but yeah, it's actually doing very well. So I'm for my needs, it actually can perform at a professional level. I see no reason to not incorporate it into my workflow. There we go. Whoop, that was not it. I didn't want that. There we go. So yeah. All right, let me see if I can define some of these surfaces here a bit. This front of this craft is annoying me. But we're gonna make it work, right? We're gonna make it work. The tools in Blender are rapidly improving. I expect that it may not ever overtake like say ZBrush for sculpting, right? Like I don't think ZBrush is going to be unearthed from its pedestal anytime in the next decade or more, right? But I think that if you wanted the ability to do sculptures good enough for day work, that you certainly could get it. You certainly could get it with Blender. Yeah. Right now, I'm just taking advantage of the fact that my brush is leaving these weird streaks. I'm treating this like a, yeah, like a flat-out rendering. So there we go. And letting the artistic shapes come out, even though they're happy accidents most of the time. So there we go. I will say this is turning out differently than I'd expected. out of all the ways I expected this to turn out, this is different. There we go. I've this last year, for instance, I went down the rabbit hole of 2D animation as it is surfaced in Blender. Those of you on my Patreon, for instance, have seen the results of some of that, at least the first steps of some of that, right? With regards to my Space Frog animations that I started and didn't finish, still in progress. Anyway, that's just the nature of it, right? I get involved and discover that there's some other thing that absolutely needs all hands on deck, and there we are. Yeah, so okay, there we go. We'll get there. But the 2D animation tools are turning out great. Wes says, I'm still running Houdini on your 2017 Mac Pro. It still doesn't like comma very much, but you still run Mantra. Oh, it's so cool. Awesome. I actually do miss having my having a iMac Pro. Sorry, I read MacBook Pro, but I saw iMac Pro. I do miss working on a nice MacBook Pro. When I was Expedia, they gave us all, we all had MacBook Pros. It was pretty cool. Interesting. You know, we use 2D animated techniques in Blender to do some shots in Avatar. No way! No way! There's grease pencil in Avatar, is there? Oh, cool. No, grease pencil's gotten legit. The first time they introduced it, I was like, I don't think so, right? But it's respectable. I'm on board. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting you now. I'm getting you now, guys. I want this off. I don't want that. So yeah, that was too much. Too much there. There we go. Oh yeah. Hey, here's your tip. Here's your color tip for today. The unfair advantage tip. Note that I did most of this painting in blue tones. I had some deep cobalt blue here, and ultramarine blue. So that's tipping into the violets, and then I mixed up a darker here. But then you drop in some teal for that effect in the water, and then the sky, of course, is like cerulean blue in various flavors. If you remember, this whole thing felt blue until I started dropping in those bright oranges, and now that thing's alive. Oh, so we used it for wind blowing through grass, sort of the Miyazaki look. Oh, that's so funny. The Miyazaki look. I have actually specifically seen a tutorial on how to use Blender to do that. And yeah, the tools are pretty cool for it. Yeah. Houdini Bob says, my laptop is a lower mid-end specs. Oh man, I tell you what, it's these tools though, all of them will be, yeah, they'll make every laptop feel like it's a low to mid-end. I swear. Okay, that's what I want. My the laptop I'm using for this very live stream is a respectable, what'd I get? Asus ZenBook Duo is what I got. Pro, if I'm not mistaken. and it has held up very well. Oh, did you see that Paramount finally released a trailer for it? Yes, I did. I that's right. I did see that this last week, right? Yeah, what the heck, man? Paramount. Holy shit. They're dropping the ball on creative stuff here. As far as I'm concerned. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, let me work on some of the detailing in here. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing on this anymore. This is, oh, folks. Oh, very cool. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Nanu's here. How you doing, Nanu? Hello, Cat Daddy says. Well, hello, Nanu. How you doing, mate? Good to see ya. We're just, we're painting away here, pal. Just painting away. One of your shots made it to the trailer. 10 frames of your shot. Which one's your shot? I'll take a look at it. I'm going over a little warmer on the front end to see if I can push it away from the sky a little bit there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I think it's really great that we've got some folks here that are working and have worked in the industry. That's really fun. And as usual, Wes, you were congratulated with a here, hit the street, kid. Get back, get out of here. What are you doing? Get out and find another job. No, that is par for the course with the industry, as I have always understood it. And that's what prevented me from going into it at first. I was a little terrified. Everyone I knew that had gone out to LA was living on somebody's couch. Which, you know, not that that's any different than my life either before or after, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. I don't really know if I can claim that this is in any way Sid Mead any further, right? I think I've gone off the rails here, people. I'm kidding. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Now we'll get there together. Exactly, but it didn't used to be there. You're almost done with the art? Wait a second. You can't be done. I'm almost finished with a painting, and we've just been sitting here. I'm kidding. Cool. I'm almost tapped. Yeah, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna darken some parts up. Right. It didn't used to be that way. I know, Wes. It has become unnecessarily difficult, I feel. And that's something I hope is changed in our near future. I feel like there's enough demand out there for exciting, fun stuff, and clearly enough people that know how to do it. So, yeah. I kind of got lost in the details in here, unfortunately. So let me see if I can't bring that back in, and we'll just try to add some bits in there. You know, sometimes these are good, sometimes not so much. Boy. No, I knew a couple of cats that got out into the Hollywood area back in the 80s, right? Like they were coming back telling us stories about robot jocks because they got into that whole thing. What was the company that did robot jocks? Empire? Was that it? Empire Films or something? So they thought they were going to be into hot stuff, right? And one of them ended up working on the Abyss, at least on some parts of it, like some of the model work for the Abyss. Reawakens. Okay, right after Reawakes. Okay, cool. I am going to keep an eye on that, Wes. Let's see. Inksphere, which Star Trek do you like better? Next Gen, OG, or Voyager? I am in the OG, Next Gen, DS9, then Voyager kind of thing. So, yeah, that's about where I fall. I'm giving some shapes and some forms here to sort of, yeah. There we go. Boy, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm making us all up as I go, everybody. There we are. Trying to make it look like these are windows or something. Janeway was a hack. Nanu. Oh, come on. But she had good coffee, man. Okay. There we go. I think DS9 was better than Voyager. I agree, Blappy, and I think the reason I'd recently gone through all of them, and I got to Deep Space Nine, and I decided I was going to skip Voyager and go straight to Enterprise, which I did, and I no regrets, no regrets. Whoop. Yeah, I didn't personally miss Voyager. And it's not that I dislike Voyager. I do not dislike Voyager. It's just sometimes I'm in the mood for it, and this time I wasn't. So there we go. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, well there we are. You can't expect much from Jane Ray. She didn't even have real coffee. I know. Like you got to give her some credit for that, right? Oh boy. Well, what do you think? What do we think, people? Was I semi successful with bringing in a Sid Mead flavored thing, or is it just kind of nah? You grade DS9 better than Voyager. Yeah, I feel like Voyager was like peak Berman and Braga, and they were never my favorite of the production folks. I love how they're bad mouthing the dialogue of the later Treks here, but I'm just like, holy shit, you guys. I'm going to sit Rick Berman down in a room and go, do you know how much muddy garbage dialogue you forced us through in all your years, pal? Holy crap. You like the design? Thank you. I appreciate it. Nicely done. Thank you. Yeah, I'm let's see how we look in profile on here. It looks a little bluer on this camera, but that's kind of fun. Yeah. What sarcasm? Wait, nice try, sarcasm. Seriously, wait, what? I like it. Oh God, no. I know it ended up a little weird, but I like where it went. I kind of dig where it went. Oh, that's really fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. I need water. Hang tight. I mean, there's a couple of things that I think could help this quite a bit, actually. Let me see. Do I have any... I could use a little cadmium scarlet. Sid Mead was awesome. You just got the Matchbox 30 spinner car. Oh, cool. Very cool. Sid Mead was was very much an inspiration to my artwork. And I think we need some people standing like right by here. Maybe we've got some folks on the edge of the I'm going to try to see if I can't render this like an actual like there's some folks on here that are actually doing some work. They're wearing red uniforms. There we go. I'm just going to put a lot of people in here. There we go. So they're just kind of hanging out, doing their thing. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, probably I could, but I don't think I'm going to be flicking. I'm not going to be, probably not any stars today. Nope. Sorry, folks. I know, I got to pick things that actually have flickables. Star withdrawal. Okay. Has idea. Where did that one go? I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Boom ba da dum bum. I had a black painted thing here, but let's just take a step here, shall we? I'll grab the star flicker, and what we'll do is I will pull some stars out here for us, just so we can have the experience. Red uniforms, they're not going to make it. Well, you always got to have a band of slaves. Whoop. Oh, I can't even see them. Ah! I'll never be able to see them on here. No. Spray. There we go. Bang. There we are. Stars or sea spray? Sea spray. Bang. Yeah. Extra sea spray. How's that? Ocean sprays. Oh, that's kind of fun. Maybe this thing's like rushing the dock. Like it's one of those boats that's out of control. Have you seen the videos when they like ram ships into docking ports? Yeah, or I love it. Now it's hauling ass. Exactly. You don't want to be in the way of this one. Not a chance. I'm gonna give it a signature here. Awesome. There we are. And I'm going to present this all to you. My little visit with Sid Mead in some kind of futuristic, like, I don't know, Frosted Paradise cutter, right? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. I'm having a good time. I'm happy with it. I'm happy. So these are the poor saps that are like, hey, stop, get out of the way, I'm gonna get wet. It's about to crash. That's the guys in red uniforms. Yeah, they're there to mop up the bodies. Oh, but I did forget. I'm gonna need people that are in the what do you call it? In the like in here. So there's probably gonna be people. Yeah, crowds, right? Crowds in the windows. There we go. Had to add some people in the decks there. Passengers flood the landing. The flicking has returned and you feel satisfied. Hey. I want to make it a fun experience for everybody. There we go. Ah, fun. There we are. I will have this posted in the Discord. I will also be sharing it on the rest of my social media. I'm going to also start posting these into a spot on my personal website. I just have to make a new section for it. That way, no one will be required to do crazy things to prove who they are. You can get to the website. So, I will be taking that step as well. So, cool. Huh. Water. Water over here. Very fun. Hey, thank you, Sharp. Appreciate it. I'm not really sure if I got close to Sid Mead in the two and a half hours here, but that's okay. I really enjoyed it. So, where was I going to go with this? Yes, for those of you that have purchased How to Draw Starships 101, as I mentioned it before, that's going to be dropping this weekend. Next Tuesday, after this live stream, I'm going to start posting notes about it. I'm going to do a special live stream. That's normally the night of our Patreon, so I will do the Patreon live stream, and then we're going to go into a... I'm going to do a special launch event for the How to Draw Starships 101. And it's going to be a special live stream. You don't have to be signed up or anything. It's just going to be in the clear here. It's going to be specifically a drawing starships to go along with it. And I'll be available to take questions at that point. But in the meantime, we will be back next Friday for our live stream. And maybe then I'll take on Chris Foss here, who was the other artist. We will go through and maybe pull something out of Chris Foss land and work some of that over there. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me on Friday. I really appreciate it. It's always fun to kind of hang out and take our mind off of the craziness that's surrounding us in the world here. Boom. I'm going to go ahead and leave you all then with my standard outro. I want to wish you all peace and safety. And until next Friday, stay safe, everyone. Cheers. All right, I'm going to ring out the old outro.
All right, so I've taken my white paint with my little fan brush here, and let's just see how crazy this goes. This is where I throw paint everywhere. that just kind of gives it an air of legitimacy that it doesn't deserve. You know?
I have Bob Ross the shit out of this painting. Yeah.